Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. I can't fight the cops and the ops. Toting Glocks, heavy on the block. While a crack tucked in the sock. And still help the ones I love. We was on the block for the grub. If you from my side, then it's love. Wanted big knots, busting out the jeans. But we was hurting all the fiends. Without that crack, he look just like me. Dirty nigga from the concrete. But the white man dealt his hand. So we eating out the trash can. People ride by. Don't extend a hand, cause to them, this an average black man. So for him, that's why I gotta make it. I ain't talking rap. Before the slave ships, I'm one of a kind. Y'all can't take it. I can never leave my spot vacant. Cause I'm black. I see crowns and I take it cause I'm black. I never been in no spaceship, but I know a UFO when I see it. I know that it's gonna come when I need it. I put faith in God more than Bible reading. Cause I don't play that shit. Address them when you see him. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Learn to flip pennies cause I'm black. Know about semis cause I'm black. Yeah, in the hood, we was strapped 10 toes down. We wear sats. Substitute Israelite with black. And you gotta guess where I'm at. I be with the priest chilling hard. Right on Malcolm X Boulevard. To you niggas, to me.
Let's clap it up. We got the mic. Hey, what's good with y'all, man? It's the Gabar, Priest and Officer Thawah Gabar, under Commander Jenny YAHANNA, under Captain Gabar. We're going to go into a scripture breakdown. We're going to talk about, I think it's a good time with what's going on in current events to talk about interracial marriages, okay? That's something we're going to talk about. There's some other things I want to get into. And I just want to, I don't really have to say it, but congratulations to Captain Tazariak, who just destroys every Christian and Trinitarian and, anybody he debates. Right. And I was at my slave yesterday and I was listening. It was the tail end of a debate he had with the guy. I don't know what his name was, like Jeff Dreyer or something like that. And, they got to a point, I think it was like a Q&A. They were asking questions, or they were reading super chats. And somebody was talking about the fact that Captain Tazariak didn't know a word like fallacy or something. He didn't know it. And they were really trying to rage bait Captain. And, Cap he's so cool and so, calm and collected that, don't nothing even bother him. Don't nothing faze him, right? Make sure you can hear, because it looks like the mic is working. I just want to make sure. It looks like we're good. I think we're good. But yeah, Cap, it was like, you don't know this word and you're supposed to be a debater and all of this stuff. And Cap hit him with, I don't know the word. But he was like, even though I don't know that word, I still destroyed you and proved in the Bible what I was saying. Like in so many, I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, even without knowing that word, regardless of that, I still destroyed you. And what came to my mind was the fact of the scripture of confounding the wise. Like the Lord would take, if you could give me that precept, he would take a foolish thing, I'm paraphrasing the precept, to confound the wise. And I was just like, man, when it comes to this truth, man, it doesn't matter. Listen, brothers, there's some very smart, articulate, intelligent brothers in this school. You got brothers that are historians. You got brothers that can come up with a scripture and they can remember the exact scripture. I'm not one of those brothers, right? But we don't know everything. Brothers don't know everything. I don't know every word in the dictionary. I don't know everything, but I do know the Bible. And brothers in the school, they do know that. We are our profession is to know the Bible and to teach the Bible and to raise up our people. Right. And so with that, I mean, it's not a big deal because you don't know a certain part of history, you don't know a certain word. That really don't mean anything. Are you really actually doing work and changing lives? That's what really matters. That's what really matters. Go ahead. Oh, you want to say something about it?
So like if I could too, and everything that any other brother likes, another brother will pick it up. Any slack that a brother has, another brother in his school will pick it up because there are no missing pieces in the UPK.
That's right. That's right. Damn right. There's no missing pieces. And like that's the beauty of the brotherhood is that, you know what I mean, what you lack another brother may add to. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you got that precept, please.
Come on. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 27.
But
God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
The Lord chose the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Now, you have white people that are so high and mighty and think that their knowledge of them going to theology school trumps what we are saying about the Bible, that it somehow proves that we are not who we say we are. And because we are black men that come from the ghetto, that's another thing they kept saying. Yeah, you're in a cult. You're in a prison cult. You guys are like a prison gang. And he just kept saying it and kept saying it. And that's how white people think about blacks and Hispanics. They think that you are not capable of being on a level or being smarter than them. And when they see that you are smarter than them and you are more professional than them, what they resort to is tactics such as rage baiting, insults, ad hominems. That's white people for you, because in their mind they don't think anybody is smarter or more knowledgeable than they are. And so you look at black men that a lot of us have went to prison. A lot of us have snatched a purse or hurt someone or did drugs or sold drugs. We're not a noble, perfect citizen. A lot of us in the I.S.U.P.K. And that's the whole reason how you even get to the truth, because you're tired of what your life has been showing you and the results you've been getting from your life, right? And so they look at these brothers, they look at the blacks and Hispanics, and these niggas talking about we are priests and prophets of God, and we are men of the Lord, and that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And they say they don't know the Bible. They couldn't possibly know the Bible. The word love in the Greek is theos, and they think that they're so high-minded and they're so above the knowledge that we have. But the Lord said, you know what? I will take the foolish things of this world. I will take niggas from the ghetto. I will take black men and Hispanic men that appear to you like they will rob you. They appear to you like they're, a gang. They appear to you like they just came fresh out of prison. I will take those same men and I will confound you with the knowledge that they have. That was the clinic that Captain Tazariak did yesterday. He confounded this white boy. This white boy was rage baiting and acting like a child in a debate. He was literally acting like a child, and he was so butthurt that he didn't want to let Cap speak. He kept interrupting Cap. You know what I mean? But that's what the Lord will do. That's what the Lord will do to a man that's at a low state and put him before anybody, and he will confound them with the knowledge of the scriptures. Not with understanding every word in the dictionary, not with, knowing every word in the thesaurus, not with being able to break down, grammar and punctuation and all of that crap. No, but with the knowledge of the scriptures. Right. You understand? And that's what Captain Cesariak did. That's what he displayed. And it was a beautiful thing. I couldn't do nothing, but as I'm driving the truck, I couldn't do nothing but smile like, damn right. You destroyed him, Cap. And he wasn't even nowhere on your level. You know what I mean? You got something else? Is there any more on that precept?
Okay. And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty.
And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things of the world that are mighty. And they look at having a title. I'm an ordained pastor. I'm an ordained theologian. I went to seminary school and I went to, I learned everything about Trinitarianism, and I learned under the Roman Catholics, and I studied for 5 and 6 years, and I'm around, mega church pastors and priests and all that. But here comes some niggas that, you know, in most cases didn't go to college. Some brothers didn't even, you know, graduate high school. I don't know. But, you know, we're looked at as though we don't know anything. And then we confound the mighty. We confound the people who everybody looks at as the men of God, as men of the Lord, as good Christians. When they don't know anything about being a good Christian, when they don't understand anything about the history and the prophecies in the Bible, and they don't even get it. The brother, Salakia, he was not a brother. The white man did not even, he was breaking down scriptures, and I was like, damn, they don't have the spirit. You know how you say they don't have soul? Like black people have soul. I was like, he does not have, like the Lord is true in how he said, unto us the mysteries are revealed. They're not revealed to everybody. The mysteries of the understanding of these scriptures. They go their whole life and have titles and stand mighty and, you know, look down on others as though their knowledge is high and it's upright. And really, they don't even understand the mysteries of the Lord. But some nigga in the ghetto understands it.
Right.
Some nigga that came from straight poverty understands the Bible better than you do. You understand? So that was really, really dope. That was really dope. And yeah. So I encourage you to go look at that debate. That was debate with Captain Zarek yesterday with I believe his name. I don't know I know his last name is Dreyer, right? Dreyer, and he got hung up to dry. The Cap brought it back soaking wet, and he got hung up to dry. Salakia. But what else I want to? There's some other things I want to talk. Some current events. We're going to get into interracial marriage because we know the thing that's going on with the sister Ashley Janae. That whole thing. The sister that was found unalive. Supposedly she hung herself on a door in Tanzania, Africa. In the same day, her and her white husband, or not husband, but the man she was engaged to, did a video where they're walking with the lion and all that in Africa and having a good time and feeding the zebras and all of that. Later on that night, she was found unresponsive, and her family suspected foul play, and everybody suspects foul play, and that's what it is. You already know what that is. You know, we don't have to suspect. We know what it is. We've seen it plenty of times. I'll get into that controversy. There's something else I wanted to go into, and let me just. What was it? What was it that I wanted to go into? In the meantime, y'all brothers got any questions or anything, just let me know. All right. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to, change the channel, scramble the channels and see what else. There's another topic I wanted to talk about. Maybe to come back to me, right? So what's the precept? Give me some precepts on interracial marriage. Give me some precepts on interracial marriage, and maybe it'll come back. Let's see. I talked about that. This is why as you get older, it's good to write things down. You got to write things down because you will forget them. Let me look at my phone. Maybe I'll put it in my notes. Let me see. Oh, speaking of, you know what? I forgot to say, today, man, I put my hand, foot, arm, I put a Black Authentic Truth hat in that pot today. I made some oxtails, and let me tell you, nothing but straight tenderism. Straight tenderism. I'm telling you. Y'all gonna see the video. I'm gonna put the video out. I'm gonna show you my quality. I'm gonna show you Thawah Gabar's quality. That tenderism. Yeah. Salakia. Where we at? What did I want? Let's give me Tobit 4 and 12. And we'll go with that. So, matter of fact, hold on. Let me get a video though. Let's play a video. I know there's more recent videos. Let me see if I can find one. Find a video of this situation real quick. Let me see. Y'all just Bear with me. I think I already did we talk about the brother in Colorado? I don't care. I know I talked about it on Black Authentic Truth. Did we talk about it in class? Yeah, we could talk about that too. Matter of fact, if you could just give me an article real quick, and then we'll get to interracial marriage. In the meantime, I'm gonna look for a video. I think I found one. I'm gonna get a video for that Ashley Janae. That's perfect. This video is perfect. Okay, says that her parents spoke out. All right, and we're gonna cover a lot of bases. We're gonna talk about also with this situation. What we're gonna talk about is forgiveness. We're gonna talk about self-hatred. Also, that's something that needs to be talked about in this case with this sister. Go ahead, Abad.
It's like Elijah McClain.
Elijah McClain. His name is, I believe his name is CW. So, rancher in Colorado. Rancher in, if you type in rancher, see,
okay, come on.
Something about his ranch was shot at. Okay, let me hear that.
Black Colorado ranchers say they're shaken after surviving drive-by shooting after years of racial tension. This Black ranchers Courtney C.W., Mallory, and Nicole Mallory said a recent shooting near their rural Colorado property has left them shaken. In a video shared Wednesday, April 8th, from the Black Farmland Owners Matter Instagram page, Courtney revealed that a drive-by shooting occurred near their property over the weekend, which they suggest may be connected to the ongoing issues they face surrounding their Freedom Arcs Ranch in El Paso County.
If you could, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Alongside the clip, a caption detailed the emotional impact of the moment. Shots were fired at our ranch. We are alive, but something inside us has been shaken in a way that cannot be put back easily. Freedom Arcs Ranch is the place that was meant to be saved. The land we fought for, the space where we built life and purpose has been violated.
So y'all just give me 1 second. I'm trying to do something. 1 second. My apologies. All right. Trying to get a picture of this brother, CW. Get a picture. Some of y'all have seen the story already. You've seen the story on Black Authentic Truth. I did it already. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I definitely want to just get a picture, at least a picture of the brother and his wife. Okay. This is a perfect picture. All right. I'm going to share it. Oh, I thought it was bigger than that. This should work. All right, go back a little bit, Ibad. I want to break down some of this. Go ahead.
Black ranchers Courtney C.W. Marley and Nicole Marley said a recent shooting near their rural Colorado property has left them shaken. In the video,
so this brother and this sister, they basically were living in Texas. When Hurricane Harvey happened, they relocated to Colorado. This brother, I believe he said that when he was sitting on the roof, when everything was flooded in Hurricane Harvey, he was thinking about how there was no food supply because of the disaster, the destruction. And so his idea was for them to relocate. They relocated to a place called Yoder, Colorado. Yoder, Colorado, where they bought 1,000 acres. That's a lot of land I bought. That's a lot of land. You know what I mean? And with the idea to feed people. Now you go on their website, freedomacres.com, and you see that, they sell cuts of meat and all of that. They do tours. They even have different events on their land. Now, for the last 3 years, they have been being harassed by their white neighbors, and the sheriff has not done anything. They have been arrested and charges all dropped. They've been arrested for their cameras being pointed towards the neighbor's house because the neighbors have made threats, have ran them off of their land. Animals have come up dead. Their animals have come up unalived. And so it's been this ongoing thing where they've been rallying and asking people for support because it seems like the law enforcement, the sheriff in town, is not paying attention to it and not doing anything to protect them. And they feel like the sheriff, along with these neighbors, want to push them out of the land so that another white person can take over that land. So recently, I think we'll get to it. Go ahead, Iba. Read a little more.
In a video shared Wednesday, April 8th, on the Black Farmland Owners Matter Instagram page, Courtney revealed that a drive-by shooting occurred near their property over the weekend, which they suggest may be connected to the ongoing issues.
They suggest that the article reads that they say it suggests, or the article suggests.
They suggest
that it may be connected to the incidents that's been going on. You damn right it's connected to the incidents that's been going on.
Right.
You move out in the boondocks in a place called Yoder, and you move out to a place where you done bought 1,000 acres and thinking that you're going to be left alone, and you realize that the white man can't leave anybody alone. You understand? You realize that your life could be in danger because not even law enforcement, who's called to protect and serve you, is even doing anything about it. Right. In fact, they're complaining. I believe in one article, they complain about they've gotten 170 calls from that area and, a whole bunch of calls from other people. In fact, one of the neighbors was arrested for, I believe, trespassing, one of the white neighbors. Okay. So this black brother and this sister are being terrorized by who we know as the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
All right. And if you could, Ibad, give me Ezekiel 35:5, because what black people don't understand, and these are genuine people that are, trying to live their life and give back. He's not just trying to give back to black people. He's trying to feed everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have a Christian mindset as we are the world and we're going to help everyone, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I just want to give you the mindset of this black man and this black woman, and that they're tired of being harassed. They're in fear. Now there's been a drive-by. A lot of times people talk about black on black crime and all of this. When I was growing up, a big thing was drive-bys. And I grew up believing that black men in LA were the number one culprits of drive-bys. And then I, started a channel called Black Authentic Truth, and I was doing research. And I was doing research on East St. Louis, the East St. Louis massacre. And I found out that the first drive-by on black people was done by white people. You understand? That's what I found out. And then just common sense, when you think about all of the mobsters, all of the mafia, that time of Bugsy Siegel and Al Capone, they was doing drive-bys with Tommy guns. White people were doing the first drive-bys. Drive-by and pow, 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 and keep rolling. This whole time I'm growing up, I'm thinking like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. I'm thinking like black people do drive-bys, not knowing that drive-by started with white people. And what's sad is that black people get on us for speaking the truth of the Bible, for saying that we're God's chosen people and God only loves us, and that another black person isn't your enemy. And so they don't understand who their true enemy is, because they say, well, these niggas don't know what they're talking about. God loves everybody. Apparently not. Everybody don't believe that. Everybody doesn't believe God loves everybody. You got people out there that believe they are superior to you and you don't deserve to breathe on the same piece of land that they stand on, even though you paid for it. And so, because of Christianity, the indoctrination of America, and loving everybody, with all of this happening to this brother and sister, they still don't realize that they're dealing with the devil.
Right.
They still don't know who they're dealing with. They're looking at it like it's the sheriff. He's a part of it. You know, understandably, they're asking for help from people online, understandably. But the most important thing they need to know is that they are God's chosen people, and the people that are terrorizing them are the physical incarnation of Satan here on earth.
Right.
Read that, Abad.
Okay. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast not hated blood, so like, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
This is the Lord talking to the Edomites, the white race. That's who the Lord is talking to right here. And he's saying, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred against the children of Israel. You have had a perpetual hatred, meaning your hatred is everlasting and forever, and it has not stopped. Even after the time of our calamity. When was our calamity? Slavery. After slavery was up, white people continued to terrorize blacks and Hispanics. When everybody was supposedly supposed to be free, doing their own thing, white people continue to hunt, to rape, to lynch, to burn towns, to burn blacks and Hispanics. Jim Crow. The segregation era. Like, black people was trying to do for themselves and build towns and be self-sufficient and rely on each other. But every time they got to a level of prosperity or normalcy, you had jealous white people that would come and destroy it over false accusations, right, because they had a perpetual hatred. Right. A perpetual hatred. You understand? Keep reading.
Okay. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Now, white man, since you don't hate blood, since you like to shed blood, then blood is going to pursue you. That's cold the way the Lord is saying it. He's saying, listen, you know, in other words, you don't like to not hurt people, so you're going to get hurt. You don't like to keep your hands off of people, so somebody going to put their hands on you, and they're going to be always looking for you to put hands on you. Since you didn't hate to spill the blood of God's chosen people, blood is going to pursue you. Right. It's going to be around the corner. Tupac had a song, "Death Around the Corner," blood around the corner. It's blood around the corner. Well, what's another one of them songs where a nigga is paranoid? What is one of them songs back in the day? It always feels like somebody watching me. Yeah, it's gonna always feel like somebody blood is pursuing you, because you didn't hate to, you didn't stop when you could have. When you could have said, we've had these people in slavery, we did all of these evil things to these people, let's leave these people alone, or let's try to figure out how we can restore and fix the damage that we have done. Right. They don't think that way. They destroyed you and then said, look at these poor niggas. Look at these niggas that's criminal. The brother Shalat said, shed so many tears. Shed so many tears. You watch black and brown people shed so many tears. You watch black mothers shed so many tears for their sons dead in the streets. You watch Mexican grandmothers and children and fathers and wives shed so many tears when ICE came and brutally ripped their families apart.
Right.
And because you didn't love and you didn't hate, you didn't stop the shedding of tears. Shedding of tears is going to pursue you, the white race.
That's right.
You understand? If you could, I bought.
Come on. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from him that passed out and him that returned.
You said, I will make Mount Seir most desolate. I will make Mount Seir, meaning the Edomites.
Right.
This is their home. Mount Seir. You know what I mean? He's going to make them desolate as they have made us desolate.
Right.
And stolen every stinking inch of land. Do you know that when they were expanding westward, they were just giving white people land? White people would just get land and go and just take a plot of land that was Indian land. Whoever land it was now white people's land. Right. At the same time, they was not giving black people anything. So they gave white people, settlers, poor people, land. Meanwhile, they wouldn't give your forefathers anything. And they stole land. There's so many black people who had land after slavery, and it was stolen from them. It was ripped out of their hands. They were murdered for their land. And this is what they're trying to do to this brother right here. Doing the same exact thing as their forefathers, terrorizing somebody until they just put their hands up and say, hell, I'm leaving. I can't take it no more. I'm afraid for my life. They killing my animals. They done shot at our house. What else can I do? The sheriff, we're reporting it, and the sheriff won't do anything. Don't worry. There's going to come a time where you're going to want to call on someone, and no one is going to do anything because you did not hate blood. Right. You did not hate oppression.
Right.
You kept oppressing and stealing till you couldn't steal anymore. The white man can't get enough of stealing and taking. They bombing up Iran right now just to steal oil. They can't get enough. And war is always in his heart. It's always in his heart. Go ahead. You want to say something? Your mind.
It's crazy how they call us we steal, and they do it the most. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad how they can't get enough of us. Even when we had our own land and we left them alone,
mm-hmm.
They didn't get enough of us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Even when we were able to say, you know what, we'll go over here and we'll do our own thing. White people can't leave you alone.
Right.
They just can't leave you alone. It's in them to bother you. It's in them to, do a neighborhood watch. It's in there to walk up to you and say, hey, buddy, what are you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy, what's that? Hey, buddy, you're not supposed to be doing that in the street. It's in them to try to be the police of the world.
Right.
It's in them. Go ahead, I buy.
It's like if I could, it's also in them to be a hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they doing to this brother and sister is what they claim we do to them. We move into their neighborhoods, we make the cost of living go down, and we decrease the value in their houses by all the noise and stuff we bring.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what white people do.
Right.
I'm saying everything that they claim we do is what they do, the drive-bys, the drug dealing. All this is coming from the white man.
Right.
So the white man is, I keep saying, they the biggest police, and they also the biggest hypocrite on the planet. So
that's right. Get a brother a hand. They the biggest hypocrites. Biggest hypocrites. Everything that you've ever heard white people say that was negative about black people, those stereotypes, negative about Mexican people, those stereotypes, negative about people on the reservation, they do it, and they have done it first.
right.
And they still do it. They say the 13%, Charlie Kirk was saying that 13% is the, do the most crime. The white man does the most crime.
Right.
They say the black man doesn't take care of his family. He leaves his children. The black man is a better father than white man. That's statistics by the CDC in 2013. The white man is a terrible father. His sons is going into places and shooting them up. His sons is going and annihilating his whole family when he loses a job.
Right.
He's a terrible father. Right. Go ahead,
So like, if I could, Alfred Gaddafi was debating last night. He made an excellent point. He's like, it's probably a good thing that your white father was in the house, because if he was, he probably would have molested you. It's a good thing that he left a lot of kids. You
know, and this is not a stat. This is not a stat, but based on the sexual violence committed against children, they said when a white child is missing and lost walking around, the best person for them to run into is a black man. They will be the safest if they ran into a black man. Go figure, huh? Go figure. You can go look that up. A white child, if they are lost, they fare better. Their chances of survival and being safe is better if they run not into a black woman, not into a white woman, not into a white man, but a black man. You understand? And they are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. And so we got to keep our eyes on this situation, because if this wasn't put on social media, if they didn't have, an outlet and eyes and attention wasn't given to this brother and sister probably already would be dead. And I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm keeping the fact they somewhere out in the boondocks in Colorado in the plains. The sheriff is not doing anything. I want you to remember, in these type of places, these small towns, the sheriff then grew up with damn near everybody that lives in the town, this white town. He's related to the judge. The district attorney is their best friend. That's what they found out in Ferguson. They found that out, and we can drop that about. Is there any more in the story we should bring out? We can drop it. Now, y'all remember in Ferguson, where Mike Brown was unalive, they did an investigation and found out that the judge was related to the district attorney, and so on and so forth. And they was all in cahoots to lock black people up to make money for the county. You can go look this up. This is what you up against. And this is why in the I.S.U.P.K, we say that we're trying to build right here in this truth and come together with the resources that we have, so that one day we can be like when we was at the Passover. The Passover was like a little city. I don't know if anybody paid attention, but you had all of the brothers working, the sisters working, everything rolling on full steam like a machine. And it went well. That's how it is to be in a place where it's nothing but you. Where you don't have to worry about crime. You don't have to worry about some white man coming in there with a badge and a gun, wanting to be gun happy and shoot someone when you can police yourself. You see how that African, he got policed. And let me tell you, the African and the white woman came into the Passover they didn't come inside, but they came before, I believe, and they wanted to, debate and talk. And I think the African wanted to come inside. And the brothers kicked him out, carried him out, and he got treated better than he would have got treated by a white officer. A white officer would have unalived him. He would have got unalived. He would have got tased to death. He would have got shot to death. But the men in I.S.U.P.K escorted him up out of there. He got treated better than he would have got treated at a club, because them bouncers will bounce your ass up out of there. Slam you on the concrete. 3-4 of them just beat the hell out of you. And there ain't nothing you can do, right? Just for you asking a question. It happens. But that just shows you that we are more capable of policing the world than them. We're more capable of policing ourselves than them. And that's why we all have to come together. We can have that same thing. We can have the Black Wall Streets and the Allensworths and the Slocum, Texases and the Rosewoods and the Weeksvilles. We can have that again. but it has to be under the banner of the Most High. It has to be in righteousness and order and structure. If you don't want that structure, then you can go out there and be wild with the world and take your chances. Okay. Now, the brother said Deion Sanders needs to, yeah, that'll be a good look, and that'll bring a lot of light and cameras to their situation. Now, let's get into the story of this sister, and we're going to be talking about interracial marriages, interracial unions. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. Let's get into this story about, I'm going to play the video. Let's play the video. But before I get into the video, everybody knows it's everywhere right now with the sister Ashley Janae. She went out to Tanzania, Africa with her white man. And on the video, he gives her an engagement ring. She hugs him, kisses him. And later on, it comes out that she was found unresponsive with strangulation marks on her neck. And he's saying she did it to herself and she was hanging from a door. New information has come out that they got into an argument. The staff of the hotel separated them and put them in both rooms. And later on, this is what came out. Now, on social media, what has come out is some of her old posts. Some of her old posts have come out where she is talking down on Black men. Some of them posts, you know, of course, got Black people angry. And, you know, the response that you see is a lot of people saying, oh, well. A lot of Black men are saying, oh, well, that's what she get. I've seen Black men say, that's what she gets. I've literally said, good riddance. And now if you can look up, there's a brother some months back or maybe a year ago that was unalived by his white girlfriend. And when they went into his thing, they also found that he was saying a lot of disparaging remarks about Black women while he was with a white woman. The white woman unalived him. I believe she stabbed him and she got off. And Black women were saying, oh, well, you know, good riddance.
Okay.
I'll just wait for that. I want to because I want to use both of these examples. So what we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about that interracial marriage. And we're going to talk about some self-hatred that is displayed amongst Black people and forgiveness and the lack of forgiveness. Go ahead.
Come on. It says, Black internet drags Black man allegedly killed by his white girlfriend.
So this Black man was dragged on social media because he was killed by his white girlfriend. The reason why he was dragged is because receipts came up where he was talking down about Black women. Go ahead and read about it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, what's his name? Let me see if I can put something on the screen.
Telvin Osborne.
Telvin Oz. Okay, listen. Wait. T-E?
Come on, T-E-L-V-I-N.
I got you. Is this this one? You got this one?
I can get that one.
No, I mean, I just want to see if I can get a picture. Picture of the brother. No, it's not a picture. There's too much stuff popping up. Let me just look at the images and see if I can. It's him right here. Okay. Let me see if I can get a picture, a double picture with him and. Oh, here it is. This one right here. Let's see. Real time. Oh, yeah, this is a good, nice big one. Let's get it. You got it?
Come on. It says no charges for woman in Burke County killing a boyfriend. The suspect in a Burke County fatal shooting won't be facing charges. It's like he won't be facing charges.
Mm-hmm.
A grand jury has decided. District Attorney Jared Williams told News 12 on Friday that a grand jury returned a no bill for Hannah G. Cobb, who was arrested February 25th when they charge a felony involuntary manslaughter in connection with the fatal shooting of her boyfriend.
So they dropping charges.
Right.
So she getting off scot-free. Go ahead.
Come on, so that was the story of what happened, and then this is the internet part. So like,
if you could,
Black Internet dragging them.
Okay. What's the details? She stabbed him, right?
She shot him.
She shot him. Okay. Yeah, let me hear some of that.
Come on, says the news of Black man allegedly being slain by a white woman who turned out to be his girlfriend during Black History Month shocked many Black readers. However,
so that was last year. Because it says during Black History Month, so it was last February.
Come on.
Okay. It was not this February just passed. It was last February. Right. I knew it was recent. All right, go ahead.
Come on. Says, however, when a few people did some digging into the victim's social media profile, they traded in their remorse for disgust.
Yeah, it's like I stopped the screen, y'all. Let me just I'm about to put up make the picture bigger. Read that part one more time about it.
Come on. It says, however, when a few people did some digging into the victim's social media profile, they traded in their remorse for disgust.
So they did some digging into his social media profile. They traded in that remorse for disgust for the things that he was saying about Black women. Go ahead.
It says the Burke County Sheriff's Office arrested Hannah Cobb for involuntary manslaughter on February 25th.
Hold on. Once the sister said that he was a Hamite. Damn, he was a Hamite. He wasn't even a brother. And you know what? There's a few of these like this. There's a few of them. This is not the only one, but this is the most recent one. I did not know he was a Hamite, but let's keep going.
Okay. It says the Burke County Sheriff's Office arrested Hannah Cobb for involuntary manslaughter on February 25th.
Matter of fact, you can drop that. Let me play this video. So I was bringing this up to show the response. Now, in the truth, people don't know the difference between a Hamite and a Shemitic person, a Negro, but we do. Right. But on face value, everybody's looking at him like he's a Black man, right? And they seeing the things he said, but the fact that he's a Hamite makes it even more worse. Like good riddance, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? The sister said there's another case. There's another one in Miami. Thawah says, but the fact that people are looking at him like a Black man, right? And then they seeing these disparaging comments. They're like, oh, damn. Okay. I take that back. Nigga, good riddance, nigga. You talking like that. You was talking like that. So you couldn't just be. This is how a lot of people look at it. They look at it like this. Black men are Black men with a white woman, Black woman with a white man. They look at it like, if you want to be with somebody else from another race, just be with them. You don't have to put down your race once you with them. Enjoy your life. You know what I mean? That's how it should be, right? But when the internet gets wind to this type of stuff, right? They're like, you know what? He had it coming. You know, so we dropping that, okay? I'm gonna play the video with this sister with her parents. Okay, give me 1 second. We're gonna screen record this. Let's get this. All right. Screen share. Turn that off, definitely.
The details on the investigation into the death of Ashley Robinson. Her family is demanding answers after the influencer from South Jersey was found dead during a trip to Africa where she had just been engaged. Action News reporter Cheyenne Corinne joining us live in the Satellite Center with more on this heartbreaking story. Cheyenne.
Alicia, well, Ashley Robinson, she actually was raised locally in South Jersey, and now her death in Zanzibar is making headlines across the world. Well, today we spoke to her family in Delaware, who say they aren't getting answers from her fiance or officials in Tanzania about what happened to her.
Uncertainty, mystery, anger, sadness. It's like a part of me has been taken away.
On April 5th, influencer Ashley Robinson, who goes by Ashley Janae on social media, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
We believe that they were in.
So like it did it stop? What the? Did it freeze on the thing? Seems like it just froze.
Yeah, it just froze.
It just froze? Okay.
The video is frozen.
All right, y'all give us a second while we fix this. Lock it.
And now the details on the investigation into
Okay,
the death of
here we go.
Ashley Robinson. Her family is demanding answers after the influencer from South Jersey was
Let me
found dead during a trip to Africa.
See, right, where was he at? Right here.
On social media was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
Damn.
We believe that they were in love. We believe that their relationship was genuine.
Ashley's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashley called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened?
And let me just say, the mother said it seemed like they were in love. It appeared that they was in love. So the mother is taking this really hard. And what is not in this, what I just scrambled through this and looked, I scrubbed through and looked, what's not in this, which has actually come out, is that her mother and her father are separated. They both have went on. He has a black woman and she is with a white man. Okay, keep that, remember that, because we're going to go into that.
And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashley passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashley had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, quote, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashley was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about.
And the family, as you just heard, they are just desperate for information. They tell us that they are requesting surveillance footage from the resort. They also say that they have contacted police, the consulate, and embassy and have not heard back. No Action News, we also tried to contact Ashley's fiance, and we also did not get a response. The family says their next steps are going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get answers.
Yeah, man, this is a rough one. And he definitely took her life. You understand? And it's going to be very hard. In fact, I would just say it. Most likely, they're not going to be able to get justice for this sister. Her parents are not going to be able to get justice for her. Just being American is very hard to get justice when something happens to an American abroad in another country. It's very rare that just an American, white, black, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And to be out there in Africa, let me just say this. Let me just say that. This sister, if she had went out there, if Ashley Renee had went to Africa with a black man on a vacation trip to get engaged, she would have came home alive and not in a body bag. I'm not saying that black and brown relationships are perfect. I'm just saying what the obvious is. Not saying it would her life and her relationship would have been perfect with a black man. But if they had went to the so-called motherland for a vacation to get engaged, she would at least been coming home alive to America and not in a body bag. Okay. Secondly, she portrayed a life of lavishness, high life, luxuriousness. And you look at her parents, they look like regular black people. You understand what I'm saying? You go on her social media, and her social media is, full of maybe we can let's let's be a little interactive. I'll pull the social media up. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't know it was this many Ashley Renee's, huh? Y'all bitch bear with me. I'm finna pull it up right now. You got to get it. Well, we can just go to this one. What was this one that showed everything? There we go. Let me just let's screen share. So when you go to her thing, this is the sister. When I was on there, she had 70K followers. Today, that was yesterday. Today she has 141. So people have been, I don't know why people do that. Once you die, people they start to follow you as though you're gonna do some more posts. I don't know about that one. So this is her on her page. This is the infamous video right here. Let's go a little further down. Let me go all the way down. There's not a lot. So this is the start. So you got her right here. Helicopter crew, trip. St. Moritz. I'm assuming that's some lavish place. Paris. On a private plane, Las Vegas, Nevada. On the plane. So you get the point. You get the point that the life that she was promoting or she was pushing on her social media, and you look at her parents, they don't look nothing like that. They look like working class black people. All right. Now, the internet is going in on this sister. They going in, and particularly black men. And when black women get a chance, they go in on black men also when it comes to the anything about relationships. Y'all remember Kevin Samuels when he died? Black women was praising and happy that Kevin Samuels had died. But the point is that you have a choice of what you say when you're alive, right? You can believe and say what you want to say. But we know in this world, if it's on the internet, they're going to come for you once you're not here no more. Especially if you're saying something. I mean, look at Charlie Kirk. Look at Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was talking about, look, the Lord did Charlie Kirk so wrong. He got done so wrong. That was a cold, a cold read what you saw, our karma moment, right? While he's in the midst of blaming black men in crime, he gets unalive by gun violence by a white man. I mean, and the internet came for him. It was like, yeah, I mean, damn, that's what you get. That's how people feel. You know, that's people's knee-jerk reaction. It's like, this is what it, you know, hell, look how you was talking about people. And it's so ironic. So in this case with this sister, it is very ironic, right? Because they pulled up those receipts. They went and found all of that stuff that she was saying. And they like, damn, you was talking like this. I see if you wasn't talking like this, but you was talking like this about your own kind. And what that shows you is when I was coming up, they had a lot of talk shows, right? And they would have people on those talk shows that would say, you know, I want to have white kids. That's something that this sister was saying. My children are going to be mixed. She made a post to say something about, you know, my mom thinks that I'm gonna marry a white man. Well, her mom is married to a white man and have had other children with that white man. You know what I mean? And so that's part of the reason why she saw that it was a viable option to be with somebody from another race. And we're going to get into the scriptures and show you that the Lord never wanted that. So he never wanted you to go outside of your race to be with anybody and for you to stick with your own people. Right. But it's very unfortunate. Like in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, my condolences go out to her family, because a loss of a loved one is a loss of a loved one. Right. And but to speak to the self-hatred, when I was coming up, you know, they had a lot of talk shows, and you have black people that say, get on the talk show and say, I want to, you know, I don't like my hair. I want to have mixed babies. You know, I don't like the color of my eyes. I don't like my eyes being brown. I wish my eyes were blue or green. You had a lot of people like that. And what that is a form of self-hatred. It's self-hatred. You hate yourself and your people so much, because hating yourself is hating your people. Especially when you get on your soapbox and talk down on your own people. You get with a brother get with a white woman and talk down on black women. That is a form of self-hatred. And it is also a form of a slave mentality, because you think white people are your savior. Right. This sister, Ashley Renee, thought that that white man was her savior because he took her on a few trips. She's sitting there eating lavish, having good food, going on trips, smiling, whining, and dining, and not knowing you sitting next to Jason Voorhees. You sitting next to Freddy Krueger. You understand? And that is a form of self-hatred where you feel, listen, do what you want to do. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians should be with each other, like the Bible says. But you do what you want to do. You don't agree with us? Do what you want to do. Hey, it might go well for you. And even if it goes well for you, remember this, the Lord said, don't do it. The same way that, hey, it might go, you might not have any health issues and you eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and you go to church every Sunday and you hear what we say and you say, well, I don't got no problems. I don't got heart disease. I'm going to keep eating pork. Keep doing what you're doing. But the Lord said, don't do it. So we're going to serve the Lord and say, and do what the Lord said not to do. But it is a slave mentality to think that somehow you're going to have a better life by being with somebody outside of your race. That's what passport bros do. Talking about going to another country and getting you a woman. And that's what black women have been doing recently. Talking about, I want a soft life. I want a zaddy. I want a soft life. I don't want a struggle life. You can struggle with a black man and come up and have a soft life. Or you can have a soft life on a soft pillow in a goddamn cemetery. Make your choice. I'm a priest and prophet of God. I'm telling you the truth. The Lord said for us to never mix. Listen, the damage has been done. The damage has been done in slavery when your ancestors were raped by white men. The damage has been done. And now that you are indoctrinated with the philosophy of America, many Black people have mixed families where they are biracial, two heritages, like a Black father and a white mother. What's done is done. But once you hear the words that is going to come out of my mouth tonight, out of the Bible, out of God's mouth, you are held accountable for what you do in the future. You want to, have a child with, ooh, I want my kid to have good hair. Black women, ooh, girl, I wish I had me one of them. Ooh, I need to get me a white man. Go ahead and find yourself at the bottom of a goddamn river and nobody knows what's going to happen. That white man is about to get off. They're calling it a suicide in Africa. And that should tell you something about them being your damn people. They didn't even investigate. They went along with it because they don't give a fuck. Now her mother and her father is doing a GoFundMe to get her body back to America. Meanwhile, she was living the lavish life on private planes and trips and all of that shit. And they got to raise a fucking GoFundMe for you to get back home, your body to get back home, man. That was a beautiful sister, but she was destroyed because her mother was destroyed and her father is destroyed and Black people are destroyed and you don't know what God wants. Don't tell me about you. Yeah, well, I've been with my wife. I'm Black and I've been with my wife and we ain't had no problems and I ain't never had no. I don't give a damn. Do what you want to do. As for me and my house, we're going to do what God says to do. If you could fill me up again. We're going to do what God says to do. That's why we have these problems that we have now, because we decided, you know what? I think it might be better on the other side. I think the grass is greener on the other side. You know what? For some reason, I think that, them white restaurants, they make better food than Black restaurants. I don't know, but I think their clothes are better. They clothes will look better on us. I don't know. I don't think we make clothes that good. For some reason, you thought that the grass was greener on the other side. It was better. You know what? I think that, the hell with what these Israelites is talking. I think white Jesus is better than what they talk about because white Jesus is about love. These niggas is talking about God don't love everybody. I can't do that. Not my Jesus. I plead the blood against all of that. All of that evil coming up against me, it will not prosper. You are destroyed as a people, and you got to look in the mirror and admit that shit. We got to admit that we are destroyed. We messed up out here, man. We messed up out here. And it is self-hatred to think that there is a race that is better than you based on finances, not on character, not on character, not on, swag. Not on swag and creativity, but on money, on a green piece of paper that has no actual value behind it. And you put each other down for it. And you say, I'm going to go be with a white woman. I'm going to go be with a white man. My life is going to be better. My credit score done went up. I got with that white woman, nigga, my credit score shot up through the roof. I'm telling you, if I was with a sister, man, I'd be in poverty. Black woman, I ain't finna be struggling with no Black man. Your ancestors struggled. How in the hell you think you came up? Where you come from? You come out of slavery. You come out of big families and you still made it. Why can't you make it now? What would stop you from being able to make it now? Lose the materialism and the superficiality of life because it's not real. The Bible talks about vanity. A lot of the stuff that y'all be into is vanity. It means nothing. It's useless. It's useless. There's a picture I looked at, and in this picture, it's from Savannah, Georgia, and it's a black man and a black woman, one on each end, holding a hoe, tilling land during the time of slavery. That's what you come from. Black men and black women working together, struggling together. The hell you think? If World War III pops off, what do you think you're going to be doing? Going to Beverly Hills? Getting an iPhone? Getting a designer purse? None of those things will matter anymore. Nothing will matter. The most important thing that will be important is water and food. That is it. Not lights, electricity, air conditioning, Air Jordans, none of it. The hell is wrong with y'all, man? It's time to wake up. It's high time to wake up, Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And because you choose to do what you want to do and negate what the Lord has said to do, we suffer for it. And we are perplexed and we're confounded every day. You see, her parents is confounded. Her mother looked like she didn't know what to do. This happens every day. Okay. But the self-hatred needs to stop. Right. Find the zeal and the love and the beauty of your people and the beauty of the struggle of your people. There's a beauty in us that is not in anyone else. Right. And it's not in anyone else because the Lord put it in you. The Lord did that. It's not because you're black. It's not because you're the original man. It's not because you're melanated. It's because God chose you. That's why. That's where the beauty of blackness comes from. That's where the beauty of the struggle comes from in us. That's where the beauty of the resilience that we have come from. That's the light that's in you. The same light that was in Jesus Christ. The same light, a nigga from the ghetto in Nazareth. That same light is in you. You understand? And you don't need to look outside your people. And you don't need to put your people down to find that light. Right. And you don't need to have designer purses. You don't need to go on all the exotic places. You don't need to go on all the exotic cruises. You don't need to do none of that in order to find that light. That light is in the scriptures. That light is in your heritage. Grab onto your heritage, O seed of Jacob. Grab onto your heritage. You understand? Now give me, Tobit. Go ahead, Abad.
Like if I'm saying this so heavy because what makes blacks and Hispanics, what makes us so special, what gives us our season is the things that we came up, you know what I'm saying? The things that we went through coming up. Mm-hmm. Like that one song by E40, Reasons. Mm-hmm. Like the reason why we so seasoned because everything we didn't went through. Mm-hmm. That gives us our character, our strength, and everything that you're saying. So it's so heavy that you're saying that because that's evident in every black and Hispanic I meet. And
everything. Right. And every black and Hispanic you meet, they have been through something that has seasoned them. Right. And that is why white people have no seasoning at all. Because they don't go through anything worth anything. And the little thing that they do go through, they're willing to take out everybody because of it. They're willing to annihilate their family because of it. Right. They're willing to off themselves and off all of their co-workers because of it. Because they are weak and you are strong. They don't know struggle like our ancestors know struggle. Right. They don't know pain like our ancestors know pain. And this is not about whose struggle is more than whose. This is about the fact that we are God's chosen people. You can never be us. You can never still stand. You can never go through what we have gone through and still stand. Right. You would have been gone a long time ago. Anybody else on the earth, okay? The problem is with having all that strength and resilience, we're using that energy and we're putting all our effort into foolish things instead of finding out who we really are and saying, you know what? This is what we should be doing. This is what's going to make us better. This is what's going to fix us because we are broken. We're broken, Art. You got that? And let me show you, I'm going to show you in the Bible. Now we're going to go into the scriptures. I'm going to show you in the scriptures where the Lord said to love your people, okay? To only be with your people. Let me get it about.
Tobit what?
Tobit 4 and 12.
Come on. The book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even they that all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Now, therefore,
you can stop. You can stop right there. He said, chiefly take a woman of your people, of your tribe. You know what I mean? Don't take a strange woman. It's all over the Bible where you're not supposed to be with people that are not your people.
Right.
If the Lord wanted us to all, if the Lord wanted for everybody to be together, then he would have made one race, one stock. Okay. He would have made one nation. It would have been a nation of Adamites or something like that. If that was the case, but the Lord made people very different, very distinct, with different cultures and ethnicities, nationality for a reason, right? And even now in the world, when you look at the world, the only where people think that we're supposed to mix, people are supposed to mix, is in America. It's in the West, in Europe, in America, the nations that the white man built. You understand? The kingdoms that the white man run. When you go back to that old world, when you go back to East Africa, when you go back to Saudi Arabia, them United Emirates, them Arab countries, when you go back to East India, you go places like that, and those people stick to their people. You go to China, North Korea, those people don't believe in interracial marriage. They're from the old world. They're from the old tradition. This new thing is done in America, the daughter of Babylon, where it says, you know, it's nothing wrong. It's all love. If you got the feeling, you feeling jiggy, then get with her. If you're feeling jiggy, then get you a snow bunny. That's the new world. That's the white man's kingdom, where he says, go ahead and mix. And America is known for being the place called the melting pot, where all cultures come together and mix. But guess what? Black and Hispanic people are the only people getting burnt in that melting pot. You're the only people getting burnt in that melting pot.
Right.
The fire is hot on your ass because you're not keeping the law, statute, and commandments of your God. Go ahead, Abad.
It's like if I could, to touch on what you said, that the Lord wanted one nation, he wouldn't have split all the tongues at the Tower of Babel.
I mean, come on, man. It's so many ways to look at it. In so many ways, it's just common sense. Like, you wasn't supposed to mix, right? There is no, like in the scriptures, there is no such thing as mixed. That's a term that we got to use now because the white man made it a term. Like, it's mixed. You're mixed. People love to say, I'm mixed. I'm mixed with, I heard a nigga say, I got a little bit of Irish in me. I got some Native Indian in me. I got a little bit of Creole in me, Jamaican. I'm like, well, what's your father, brother? Right. But I know, I understand all that you're saying. But what was your father and what was his father? Because you are the seed of your forefathers, according to the Bible. This is according to the Bible. But when you look in ancient time, in the ancient world, let's just take Egypt. When Egypt had a succession of kings, they named the kings that came after, and they came from their father. Unless a daughter wasn't born, unless a son wasn't born. Everywhere you look, where you have kingdoms, the son is the succession. Now, I know the Jewish people say it's of your mother, but the Jewish people are not the real biblical ethnic Jews of the Bible. They're not Israelites, so it doesn't even matter what they say. Okay? Any more on that? Give me Deuteronomy. We on interracial marriage. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3.
Book of Deuteronomy. the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Mm-hmm.
For they will turn away thy son from following me,
Mm-hmm.
that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Damn. That's that. Why are you not learning this in the Christian church?
Right.
You should be learning this in a Christian church. You should be learning that you should love your people and be with your people, or you'll be destroyed suddenly. Or you'll be turned away from the God of the Bible. It says, thou shalt not give your sons to their daughters, nor your daughters to their sons. This is in the scriptures telling you interracial marriage was a no-no in the Bible. You should never have done that, because what it does is it introduces another culture into your family, and it didn't speculate. Read it again. It didn't separate the man or the son. I mean, the woman or the son. When it talks about they will turn thy heart away from thee.
Come on, it did.
Go ahead, read it. Read it.
Come on, it says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Uh-huh.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son,
Uh-huh.
nor his daughter shalt thou give unto take unto thy son.
Uh-huh.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you. And
that's right.
These suddenly.
Salaki, that's right. You was right. It specified the son. So you when a son that is an Israelite gets with a woman that is not an Israelite, what's naturally going to happen is he's going to fall in love with this woman, and she may have a whole nother belief system. She may not even believe in the truth, right? And she's going to have another God, and then that will turn his heart to be inclined to, appease what she's into. He want to appease her because he loves her, and that's just a natural thing between a man and a woman. And so her God may be Krishna, or what was the East Indian god? Buddha, Krishna, Shiva with all the arms. That may be her God. Next thing you know, he wearing the damn rayon flannel shirts with Shiva on it, having a necklace with an eye and some beads on it. He just looking goofy as hell, and he not even recognizing the Most High anymore. Right. That will actually happen. It's written down because it happens. Everything that is in the law is written down because it was going on at that time. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Brothers was looking at other women back then, getting in marriages with them. Matter of fact, give me Nehemiah. Let's get Nehemiah 13 and 23. Brothers was getting with other women. You know what I mean? And this commonly happens where a brother, imagine what a brother is like. Look at a black man that is with, y'all can all know this one. Look at a black man that is with a black woman. And look at a black man that is with a white woman. That nigga's totally different. You know what I'm saying? He's not, the spirit has left him.
Right.
That's what has happened. Spirit has left that nigga. You know what I mean? And he sees the world totally different. Listen, I'm not even, like I said, be what you want to be. Be with the person you want to be with in America. You got freedom of choice to do that. But you are not free from consequences of the Lord.
That's right.
Go ahead and do your thing. Just know you are not free from the consequences of the Lord. And when a race war breaks out in America after World War III, ooh-wee. That's all I can say. Ooh-wee. I know what team I'm on. Okay, I know what team I'm on. Go ahead.
Book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod.
Now listen, before the brother reads, Salaki, this is Nehemiah talking about, he's seeing Jews get with different women from different nations. And the result is about what their children can't do. Go ahead.
Married wives of Ashdod,
mm-hmm.
of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod,
mm-hmm.
and could not speak in the Jews' language, or according to the language of each people.
So he's seen brothers that had got wives from Ashdod, which is basically modern day Tel Aviv in Israel today. But at the time, it would have probably been Philistines, like some Africans that was living there. What do you say, Ammon or Moab? Oh, and Japanese and Chinese. So these are three different nations that have distinct dialects. It's all ancient Hebrew, but it's distinct dialects that they're speaking. And they couldn't speak in the pure tongue of the ancient Hebrews, but they were ancient Hebrew children. But because their father decided to be with a woman from somewhere else, now the children don't even know their heritage and don't even know how to speak their language. You see that, you can use that for an example right here. A good example would be like, sometimes you see a lot of Israelite people that can speak English, but they can't speak Spanish. But their parents speak Spanish, but they can't. The new generation, they can't because the parent married somebody, a gringo. You know what I mean? But anyway, keep reading.
And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, "You shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons for yourselves."
See, you don't know the spirit of the Bible. You don't know the spirit of God. God is a man of war. Nehemiah was a priest and prophet, a man of war. And he contended with these brothers that did that. And he plucked out their hair and he hit them and he made them swear to serve the Lord God and not do that anymore because they were watering down God's chosen people. Right. Like today, you basically watering down your people when you decide to go outside your race and be with an Asian person, be with a white person. Anybody that is not a nigga, not you, not Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you water down your people. Right. Now, white people will tell you, no, that's love. There's beauty in diversity. There's beauty in coming together. You can come together with people from doing business and talking and exchanging ideas. You don't have to marry them or have sex with them. Right. You don't have to have sex with nobody and to learn from them and gain ideas and understanding and different knowledge and, exchange ideas. That is a trick of the devil. The Lord said that we should be with our people, and that's what we're going to do in this house. Go ahead, Doc.
Like if I could,
yeah, go ahead.
I can just imagine Nehemiah like holding a nigga by his hair and telling her recite the scripture.
Yeah,
say it, nigga.
Yeah, yeah. These is rough cats. These is cats are not taking. Listen, man, you sin before the Lord, man. You get put to death right there. This is not the Christian church, man. You gotta snap out of the magical witchcraft that Christianity done put you in. In the Bible, like good thing we're not under the law like that no more. I mean, that doesn't pertain. No, you no longer get the punishment right there. You got grace to get yourself together. But imagine you being a sinner and you doing something that was off, or doing something that is against the Lord, and you get brought out immediately and you get put to death in front of everybody. Man, they was not playing, man. They was not playing, and God ain't playing with you. Keep thinking it's all sweet. It's all sweet. You'll be like this sister, Ashley Renee. You'll be like that. Or you'll be like, the brother in Miami that was with a white woman that killed him. You'll be like that. You know what I mean? And then the self-hatred, hey, it is what it is. It was funny when it happened to Charlie Kirk. I mean, I ain't going to say I laugh at it, but I'm just like, I understand why people are upset. But in the same token, and I'm going to get to that, remind me to go back to forgiveness. All right. Once we finish it. Any more on that? Just drop that. Okay. I think that's good for now. I have a lot of precepts on interracial marriage. Go ahead.
So like if I could, one more story. In the
Bible, go ahead.
Phineas, what I'm saying? At the time, we were sleeping with the women of the land and we was told not to.
Mm-hmm.
This ignorant, hard-headed nigga walked past Moses as we being persecuted for with the heathen on his arms.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, Moses?
Yeah.
And then Phineas speared him while he was, getting jiggy with him.
That was good.
Like, they just
that was the brother brings up a good point with this brother that after Moses just talked to the congregation of the Israelites and telling them about multiple marriages, a brother walks through with a Moabite, with a woman from another nation, through the congregation of people and goes into the tent. He goes into the tent to have sex with this woman. The brother that was angry, Phineas, he's seen it. He goes in the tent, he has a spear, and he throws it through both of them, kills both of them. Because the brother was so disrespectful after Moses just said, we got to stop mixing with all of these heathens. This brother come through there with his girl. Yeah, flossing his girl, flossing his white chick, flossing his snow bunny, flossing his Asian chick, his Asian girl. You know, it's weird because in the black community, as black men, I know this as a black man, people treat you like it's a trophy. And I'm just saying, it's not me. I've never been with a white woman. I've never had that desire to be with anybody but black or Hispanic. But people brothers act like it's a trophy for a brother to have a white woman in the hood. They act like it's a nigga, you got that white girl. You know what I'm saying? They act like it's a trophy for you to have some woman that is not black or brown. It's like it's exotic or something like that. It's really not. It's really not. You got the most beautiful, most stylish women that God has ever created on the planet Earth, nigga. What are you doing with yourself? Right. I know what it is. You smoke too much weed. You're too high. You're popping too many pills. You don't know what beauty is. You don't. What is it? What is it? Help me, Jeremiah. What is it, Abba? You don't understand, you know, the beauty in the spirit that the Lord put into our women. It's like, you know, it's just, you don't get it. You don't understand it. You're looking at, oh yeah, man, that bitch, she be having attitude and stuff. And, you know, I try to holler and nah, brother. It's just a different spirit, man. You're dealing with lionesses. You're dealing with women. Yeah, they, you know, sometimes they could be a little hard on the edges, but you got to have that tenderizer to know how to soften them up. You want to go to the woman that's already soft. That's a whore to everybody. Anybody can get that. Nigga, get some game, nigga. Get some goddamn game. Get some game. Get some pep in your step. Get some confidence. Get some confidence, man. Our women are beautiful. And these other men desire them for a fetish. These white men desire them. Who knows what that white man was doing with that sister? We don't know what happened. I know. Listen, I'm 90% sure that he unalived that sister. And maybe he opened up her phone and seen that she was talking to a real nigga. I don't know. I don't know what started. How could something like that turn like that? You know what I mean? Where it's celebrating her birthday. Another thing, the Bible says don't celebrate birthdays. That's another code, a breakdown I bought, because she died. I don't know if it was her birthday, but it was in celebration of her 31st birthday. I don't know if that day that she died was her birthday, but the Bible says don't celebrate birthdays. And when you look at our people, a lot of times the birthday person is the person that gets unalived on their birthday celebration. I'm just trying to help somebody out. But I don't know what he did, right? I don't know what happened to take it to there. But what I do know is that if you're talking about a woman that is with a man based on the lifestyle that he's providing for her, I know that when it comes to those type of men, they are sexual deviants. They like swingers, and they like to do stuff where they like to have another man lay down with a woman while they watch and all of that weird stuff. You know what I mean? You don't know what you got to give up to live the lavish life. This sister gave up her life. Her life is gone now. Her parents is picking up the pieces and put a GoFundMe so they can get her back here. Meanwhile, her husband is supposed to be a millionaire. The man that loved her, the man that's supposed to love her. Damn, do I sound like Donald Trump? That loved her, you know what I'm saying? But he was supposed to, what I'm saying is, we don't know. We don't understand. You, as a woman, you don't understand. In your stupid, ignorant mind, while you're looking at a woman's Facebook post, you're looking at her post of the lavish life, you're saying, damn, girl, I need me a white man. You don't know what the price is to be with a rich white man. That's the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. The hell, you don't know the price. I heard the stories about when they go out there to them rich sheiks in Dubai, and them rich sheiks take black women out there and pay them $20,000 and $30,000 for them to defecate on them and piss on them. It's a weird, deviant thing that these men like to do to women. Don't forget about the Epstein files.
Right.
That's what these people are into. So while you chasing the lavish life and trying to be living your soft era and your soft life, you might just be softly put to death and laid in a casket, and your parents can't even get you across the pond to bury you. Be wise. And now I want to just say something about, let me just say something about this, okay? Find me a precept on forgiveness, Abad, if you could. Find me a precept on forgiveness. If y'all usually in the class, y'all know that tonight I'm on one. I don't know why, but I know I'm on one right now. But what I've seen with the reaction, I've seen a lot of black men say, oh, well, that's what she get. That's what she get. She shouldn't have been talking shit. She said she wanna rest in her soft life. Now she resting forever. I've seen comments like that. Very, very insensitive. Right. Okay. And I understand. But I also understand forgiveness. I also understand that one time I didn't deserve to live. I did things that the Lord should have put me to death for. This sister said words. I'm gonna say it again. She said words. Yes, there were disparaging words about black men, but still they were words. I grew up in a time where they had the little saying said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. As a black man, what the hell you upset about, nigga? Why are you so effeminate and butthurt because of the word she said? It's not like she tried to blow your goddamn head off. It's not like she tried to do something to you personally. Now, like I said, man, I done did a lot of evil in my life. And there's many brothers that did a lot of evil. This sister said words. This sister, she's not like a lot of us that snatched purses from old women and watched them fall and didn't give a fuck. She's not like a lot of us that done shot guns at other black men. She's not as bad as a lot of us that done hurt people and stole from people and robbed people. She's not like a lot of us. She said words. Words are. Let me ask you something. And this for the black man that got unalive by a white woman, and he said negative things about black people, about black women. And the black women that got unalive by white men and said negative things about black men. Did they deserve to die for those words? I want you to really think about that. I understand the irony. You talking bad about somebody, then something else. We understand the irony because we understood it when it happened to Charlie Kirk. But let's be real. We've all said some dumb shit. We all said some dumb things, did some horrible things that we deserve to leave this earth for. Right. But the Lord had mercy. Unfortunately, she died in her ignorance. But we didn't die in our ignorance when we deserved to die in our ignorance. Give me the precept.
Okay. book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
Even as Christ forgave you, forgive your brothers and sisters. They may do some stupid things and say some dumb shit. If you're able to reconcile, then reconcile. So in the spirit of Christ, I forgive the brother and I forgive Ashley Janae. It don't bother me. What she ate, I can't say that, but how she lived her life didn't matter to me. I didn't even know the sister. And even if I had seen those comments and she was still alive, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't change my life. I still got to do class. I still got to get up and go to work. It doesn't make me any difference. I'm a priest of the Lord. And I understand that my people are destroyed. So a lot of times I got to say to the Lord, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. With that, that's the class. All right. Let's clap it up. Hey, Thawah to brothers and sisters that was in the class. I'm going to give y'all some shout outs. Shout out to you, Shalat, Michael Love, Shapaya, Princess Asa, Daddy O, Sister Madana, Ramak was in the house. Sister Barata Nawa, Renee Gaines was in the house. Sister Kapa. Who else? Let's see. And that is it. It looks like that is it. So we'll be back same time, same place, maybe late, maybe on time. I don't know. Tune in and we'll see you next time. All right. Let's clap it up, y'all.